art teachers. My name is Abby Ratliff and I teach at Milford Elementary School, and I wanted to show you some real basics for creating an iMovie today. Super simple. I don't claim to be an expert at all, but these are some of the tools that I have used to create videos with my students. So I hope you enjoy and I hope you learn a few things. Fingers crossed. So first thing we're gonna do is open up iMovie, and you're gonna see different tabs with your different things that you need to create a movie. First, you'll see the tab that says video, and this is where all your videos are housed in your iPad, and you can choose these easily to create your videos. You'll see projects. This is where you'll actually create your movie or your trailer. And then theater, that's mainly for where you can upload things to like your iCloud to export your videos. So I'm gonna go back to projects. I'm gonna press the plus sign to create a new video. Then you have two different options. One is for a movie and one is for a trailer. A trailer is like a really short movie, and you're gonna use a lot of pre-made templates that iMovie has given you. I don't really wanna use that today. I'm just gonna click movie and I'm gonna show you how to do that. So again, there are some templates that Apple gives you. I'm just gonna click the modern template, something really simple. I'm gonna click create, and then it's gonna bring me to this interface. And in this interface, you're gonna see three different sections. The top left section is where you can actually see a preview of your video. The top right is where all of your videos, photos, audio, all of that's housed. And then in the bottom portion of your interface, you'll see what's called the timeline. And this is where you can edit and do different functions that I'm gonna show you how to do. So first, let's add some video to our timeline. And I'm gonna go right up here to this top right corner. And I'm just gonna go into my videos. Let's click all, see what I have, a lot of this. I'm just gonna pick a couple of really random videos. You can press play to show a preview of your videos. The arrow will drop it down into your timeline. Let's see, I'm just gonna add a couple of different things here. Okay, so when I go back down into my timeline, I can see all of these videos that I've added. I can easily rearrange them by pressing on a video and holding it and moving it across my screen so I can place it in a different spot if I didn't like where that video was. I can delete a clip, like if I did not want this middle clip in here, just press that clip and then click delete in the bottom right-hand corner. A lot of this you'll figure out as you kind of play around with it. My 14-year-old sister showed me most of this. Like I said, I don't claim to be an expert at all. You can record your very own audio in these videos by pressing the microphone at the top left-hand corner of your timeline. And so when I press that, it says ready to record. I can record, click cancel. I can add my own video and audio into this. Again, cancel. And then I can press play and run through the clips that I have. Now I have audio on these clips and I can easily delete that, and then I can go back later and I can add music. So let's just start editing. So when I click one of these clips, I'm gonna see lots of different options at the bottom of my screen. And I'm gonna go on ahead and I see this scissors icon, and I'm gonna click detach audio. My audio is already lit up. I'm gonna just get rid of that. I'm gonna get rid of this audio here in this clip. And then I'm gonna kind of play around with some of these so you can kind of see. I can easily take a clip and I can split it in half or wherever I want it to be. So I take this white bar and I place where I want my clip to be split, and then I have two different clips. And this might be helpful if like maybe you wanted to trim some, delete a portion, whatever you wanted to do with editing. If I wanted this clip to be a little bit smaller, I can move the yellow bars in or out to create them into like a shorter amount of time or a longer amount of time. And I can also duplicate. Speed. I used this a lot when I was creating how-to videos. If I wanted to kind of speed up the process so that they weren't watching me endlessly create salt dough. I just click on that clip that I want to kind of speed up the rabbit, make it go faster, and then I can make it go slower. Again, you'll play with all of this when you kind of open up iMovie and see for yourself. I already took the audio off, so I don't have to worry about the volume. I'm gonna go back to the beginning of my clip and I'm gonna press title, and you'll see that Apple has lots of different fonts and different things that you can use to create your very own title. So I like to have title at the beginning. I can add my text here, and I can just add any kind of title that I want. But what's really helpful with this is I can actually move it to like the lower left-hand corner of my slide, or I can keep it in the center. And different things like this will be helpful when you play around with it. I can create filters for my pieces. If I wanted to add a filter to it, I can do it on different slides, add different filters. So like I said, you'll play around with it and see what you like. Now I want to show you how you can change the transitions between your clips. If you click on the two triangles that kind of look like a sideways hourglass, you'll see that there are different types of options that you can choose for your transitions. If you see the single bar, that means that there is no transition, and you can play around with these and kind of see what you like best. The last thing I want to show you today is how to add audio to your videos. If you go to the top right hand portion in the interface where your videos and photos are housed, you'll see the audio button. And Apple has provided a lot of already pre-made theme music, and you can click through those. Some of them kind of are like your typical Apple music that kind of reminds you of like the iPhone ringtone in a way, but it's super easy to upload those. You can actually even click the play button to hear a preview, and then you can add whatever music you want into your movie by pressing the downward arrow key. Now, what you need to remember, this here is lit up in green, and that means it's background music. I cannot edit anything that's lit up in green. If I want to change this to become foreground music where I can edit it and I can have my music fade in and out, I click the music and it's lit up with the yellow around it, and I can click foreground in the middle, and now you can see that the color is blue. So when I click this blue music, now I can go to the volume key and I can click fade, and I can slowly fade my music into my movie. I can actually even trim the music to make it shorter and longer. But again, if this was background music and it was lit up in green, I could not do that. So that sometimes it can get frustrating when you're like, oh, why can't I trim this? Just remember, if it's blue, you can trim it, but if it's green, you can't. And like I said, you can play around with this and you'll find things that are really simple and easy for you. You're making these movies for your students, so just have fun and play around with it. If you forget any of these tips that I'm giving you, if you press the question mark at the top of your screen, you'll see that the bubbles pop up and show you what all of the icons mean, and that might be helpful. Press it again to get rid of it. When you're done with your video, click done at the upper left-hand corner, and it will bring you to this screen. You can edit the title of your movie here, and then you can always go back and click edit to add more to it. You can also send it to different places. You can airdrop it to people, copy, save it to different things. So I hope you learned a few things about creating an iMovie. I hope it was helpful, and I hope that you will be able to use it in the future. Thank you.